Davy Crockett, fact or legend?
Welcome to our famous person, fact or legend. Our famous person for today's show is Davy Crockett. Davy Crockett was born in Tennessee in 1786. Is the subject of many tall tales and legends. Many of his life adventures were just as amazing as the legends told about him today. Our two contestants will try to figure out which event from his life are fact and which are legend. And now here's our host, Wanna Know.
Hello everyone, it's great to be here. And now let's meet our experts. They'll make the final judgment about our contestants' answers. First meet the factitos.
It's a fact, it's a fact, and we know it to be true. It's something we can prove.
The factitos look for facts in encyclopedias and other books and also on the internet sources. And now please welcome our other panel of experts, the legendaries.
It's a legend, it's a story, it may be partly true, but we don't know for sure.
The legendaries like stories. They don't worry about the truth. They don't check sources either.
We also have a special guest with us today. Mr. Davy Crockett, a descendant of Davy Crockett, is with us. He will tell us the true story behind the legend. Now, let's get started.
Contestants, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the first piece of information. Davy Crockett had a pet parrot. He tried to teach the bird to say his name, but the bird could only say Davy. That's how he got his nickname.
That sounds true to me. I don't think parrots are too smart, even if they can't speak.
I never heard about him having a parrot. I think it's a legend.
It's a legend, it's a story, it may be partly true, but we don't know for sure.
There you have it. Our experts have ruled that player number 2 is correct. That information is a legend. Let's give player number 2 the first point. And now, perhaps Mr. Davy Crockett can tell us the true story behind the legend.
You bet. Actually, my ancestor used the name David. A writer gave him the nickname Davy. After that, other writers used the same name Davy when they told stories about him.
Alright, then on to our next piece of information. When he was 12, Davy walked 7 miles in 2 hours in deep snow. He was escaping from a man who wanted to keep him on his ranch.
That must be a legend. I know I could never do that, do anything like that.
Kids back then did all kinds of things that we don't do now, and Davy Crockett was an extraordinary guy. I bet it's true.
It's a fact, it's a fact. We know it to be true. It's something we can prove.
Well, player number 2 is in the lead with 2 points. Come on, player 1. Let's see if you can take this one.
In 1814, David was the best alligator wrestler in the swamps of Florida. He could wrestle 12 alligators at a time.
Oh, no way. That must be a legend.
He fought bears and was a good hunter. I think it could be true.
It's a legend, it's a story. It may be partly true, but we don't know for sure.
Mr. Crockett, what was the real story
David was in Florida, but he was in, it was in the army. He was fighting the British and the Indians who were helping them. He tracked them through the swamps.
And player number 1 is now on the board with 1 correct answer. Let's see our next answer.
David Crockett was a member of the Kentucky legislature. A few years later, he became a congressman.
No, I did not do not think this could probably be true. Davy Crockett could hardly read or write. There's no way he could have been a Lord Marker.
I'm going to have to disagree. I think I read about this somewhere. I'm going to go ahead and say this one is true.
It's a fact, we know it to be true. It's something we can prove.
So that's another correct response from player number 2.
That's right, but player 1 is correct in saying David did not read or write well, but player 2 is also correct. He really knew how to listen to people. That's what made people think he would truly represent their interests. In fact, David served the state legislature and later as a congressman.
Now here's our last question.
We know that David fought at the Battle of the Alamo in Texas in 1836. However, some say that he escaped in a hot air balloon. Then he lived on an island for the rest of his life.
We're not sure, but we hope it's true. It's a legend, it's a story, it may be partly true, but we don't know for sure.
David fought bravely and killed in the Battle of Alamo. However, his deeds lived on. His heroic deeds lived on. Sorry.
Thank you both for playing. You will get a book about Davy Crockett and an imitation coonskin cap. And player number 2 will join us again tomorrow as we look at another life of legendary figure.
For now, let's sign off with some words that Davy Crockett himself. I'll leave this truth for others. When I'm dead, just be sure you're white and then go ahead.